Welcome back, everybody. This is the Daily Smash for Tuesday, October 25th, 2022. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
A beautiful day here in Palm Desert today. It was actually chilly tonight.
Chilly. I was cold. We went to Palm Springs. I had my hair wet. I took a shower and I went outside with my hair wet. I was freezing.
It was 115 like a month ago. It was 78 was the high today, and it's going down to 59 tonight.
I love it cold like this.
It feels great. We were doing yard work today, and before I'd be pouring sweat. And today it was just a pleasant day to be out, beautiful day to be outside.
We were out there pulling weeds.
The weeds are baby palm trees, but they look like blades of grass.
They look like, yeah. And my neighbor, the people that live in the front of us, every single one of those people are so rad. Like they're just so amazing.
Really nice. They're our friends now.
They're our friends now.
We're friends with our neighbors.
We love them.
Most of them.
It's the one behind us and the one over here. This Kim chick.
I worked on the sidewalk today too. You're even more impressed now, aren't you?
Yeah. And then I did. My girlfriends came and stayed, and I did their. Well, I have a maid. She's $300 each time, but she cleans inside and out. I think that's a lot of money.
It's a lot. It's almost twice as much as we pay in Newport Beach for a house that's bigger than this.
Yeah. But
she
she's
does
really
do a
good,
good job.
and she's organized, and she organizes everything. But it's a lot. I think that's a lot of money. But so we were talking, and we went over to my girlfriend's house last night, and they live in this place called La Quinta. And my friend Carly and Scotty, they her parents own like a chocolate factory or something in Wisconsin. And they bought, there was like patio homes, and they call it the campus. And I wanted to move there because all my friends live in this little area of La Quinta, right where the Waldorf Astoria is.
It's a nice little gated community.
And it's like so like not pretentious.
On a golf course.
It's like, it's a La Quinta Country Club. It's just like a really nice community.
Yeah.
Anyway, my friend Carly bought 3 homes.
They have 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
Right next to each other.
So she has one for herself, one for her parents, and then one for guests. And they're all done to the nines.
Yeah, really nice.
And then my friend Julianne Murphy lives in Aspen too, and here. And so we went over there and we're talking about, I'm like, I hate to tell my guests when they come and stay the night at my house to strip their sheets. Like when I stay at someone's house, I strip the sheets.
You do that automatically?
I do that automatically because I slept in it. I'm not going to remake the bed again. I think I just, and then, or I'll put them in the laundry.
Well, especially after we've slept in it.
So we were talking about that. And
it was Hope who said that she got mad at her guests because they weren't using the towels she gave them, right?
She said I was giving, so Hope has everybody over. And Hope says, I put a stack of towels out for you to, and no. They take the decorative ones.
The decorative towels.
They take the decorative
that she leaves out in the bathroom.
That is so true. They take the decorative towels. And then Rick goes, well, if you hate that so much, why don't you just take the decorative? We're like, no.
Yeah, I said, just take the decorative towels out of the bathroom and then they don't have a choice. They just use the towels you gave them. And she's like, but what about when other guests go in there? They don't want to see ratty towels that other people have used. They want the nice decorative towels.
Or like the guests that leave like the wet towels on the bed, or they have them thrown on the floor. Like, how do you tell your guest to not be a slob?
I don't know. But it's an interesting question.
Well, now I've gotten to the point where I'm like, please now I say strip your sheets.
Yeah.
Don't fold that thing back again because you slept in it. I don't care if you slept in it one night. Nobody else wants
to sleep in there now.
Yeah.
While we were there last night, Scott challenged me to pool. We were playing pool for over an hour. Yeah. I was doing very well. I'm pretty good at pool. And then he wanted to play for money, and he wanted to play for $1,000 a game.
Yes.
And I don't gamble like that. I said, I'll play for $100 a game because I've done that many times. And he said, $500. And I said, okay.
I didn't know this. This would never happen.
She was outside talking.
Yeah, I was outside talking to the girls.
So I'm like, okay, I'm playing a game of pool, 8-ball, APA rules, for $500. Modified APA rules. And I won. I won $500. Of course, I'm going to give him a chance to win his money back, double or nothing. Now we're playing for $1,000, and I won again.
Yeah.
So I'm up $1,000. He goes, "Gonna go for 2, and double or nothing?"
No, and then I thank God I didn't even know. I'm like,
so I go outside.
I'm tired.
I went outside because I was a little nervous because it's a lot of money, and I wouldn't have lost. I would have just broke even, but I would was nice to leave up $1,000. So I went outside. I said, "Hey, babe, do you want to stay longer?" She goes, "No, we need to go home."
I was tired.
And we did need to go home because I had to edit our show when we got home last night.
Yeah. I went straight to sleep.
So I was like, "Sorry, Scotty, gotta go." And he Venmoed me the $1,000.
He did.
Yeah.
So I told Rick, start hustling for money. Start doing this. Because he's a great pool player. Like, he should be on, like, tour. Like, you're, like, profesh. I mean, you got skills.
I got game.
You know what? If this doesn't work out, you can be a hustler.
I could.
A pool
I think
shark.
I think I could do okay.
Pool shark.
So Scotty works in real estate in Aspen, and he was telling me they're only issuing 8 building permits a year in the whole town if you want to do a tear down. If you want to tear a house down, there are only 8 of them being allowed each year. Mm-hmm. If you buy a vacant lot, you can build a house. Mm-hmm. But if you want to tear a house down, and he said there's a waiting list of 5 years for people who want to tear their houses down.
So my girlfriend has a house in Aspen. I think they paid like $2 million. Thing is worth like $20 million now.
Oh, I asked him about that.
Uh-huh.
The house they got an offer for $22 million and turned it down.
Yeah.
You're talking about Gary?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he goes, they should have taken it.
I know.
He thinks they should have taken it. He thinks he was holding out for 25 apparently.
And my friends were gonna buy Kyle Richards' house. Remember?
Yeah, for like
my
10
my
or
gays.
something?
Yeah, my gay guys. They're so hot. They're in Scotland right now.
Oh, they are?
Or Amsterdam. Yeah, they're on
Houses in Aspen are the nice ones, 25, 30, $35 million.
I couldn't live there full time. It's so boring there. It was beautiful. It's gorgeous, but
most of those people are not living there full time.
No,
Most of
they
those people
don't.
with $30 million houses, those are second homes.
third, fourth homes.
It's insane.
Yeah. But he's a realtor out there. And so anyway, they have this house. My other friend next door, Candace, has a house too. The lots were, at the time, that was kind of like out. It was kind of by the airport, by Buttermilk a little bit.
Like halfway from town to the airport.
Yeah. And they built this house, and it was a prefab house. And they got this prefab house from somewhere out like in Switzerland.
Yeah, it's a Swiss chalet style, right?
It's a Swiss chalet style.
Yeah.
But it's like a prefab home. So you just do the foundation and the plumbing, and then
they ship it in pieces
containers,
like walls, and they put it together in a week.
When I tell you this house is beautiful, it is stunning. Mm-hmm. The walls are like Venetian plaster. They have marble. Like, it is gorgeous.
It's pretty big too.
I'm thinking maybe I should look into the prefabs to do our casita here.
Well, we actually have looked at some of them on Instagram. You can find them, and then we looked online at some other ones. And
I mean, you guys, they're really, really cool.
They've come a long way.
Yeah,
they have.
Yeah, they look really, really neat. Yeah.
Speaking of coming a long way, El Cristiano Tequila is coming a long way.
Yeah, they're getting big. They're
getting bigger and bigger.
I'm so proud of them.
They sponsor our show, and we drink a lot of their tequila because we love it.
Yeah.
Purity, passion, and promise. And you can find it probably in a liquor store near you, especially if you're in California or on the West Coast. But they're expanding state by state. And if you can't find it near you, you can go to el-cristiano.com. And someone asked online, like, which kind should I get? And I always just recommend the silver. Just get the silver. It's
the silver the silver for me. I'm a connoisseur. I like the dark. I think I drink a little bit more.
Kelly likes to sip on that.
I like to sip on this, and I like the buzz on this because you don't get sloppy drunk on this.
But if you want to...
This right here, I get sloppy drunk because I mix it with like soda water and lime.
Yeah, if you want to do a tequila soda or if you want to make a margarita, I would recommend the silver. Mm-hmm. So there's that, elcristiano.com. You wanted to do questions and comments. We get... And by the way, thank you guys so much for your support of this show. Thank you for all the great comments, all the wonderful, warm things you've said to us.
I get comments like, you guys make my day in the morning. God, I want to cry, actually.
Yeah.
It's like, honestly.
Someone said, we don't need to hear it, so we won't read those anymore.
No. Can I read what Pam said?
Go ahead.
Okay. But anyway, you guys make me have a better day. Not only do you put a smile, I put a smile on your face, but you put a smile on my face.
Yeah, so many
and if I'm ever down or whatever, I just read your guys' comment. I want to cry. But you guys really, really make me very, very happy.
That's what I said to Kelly today. I was like, if you're having a bad day, just read some of those comments from our viewers on YouTube. I was like, read those comments. They cheer you right up.
They
you
do.
Guys are
you guys are so nice and so supportive, and it's just a nice thing from, being in a toxic arena of the trolls coming after you and just like attacking you on everything. But you know what? I'm an asshole sometimes. I'm just gonna be honest.
We love doing the show.
Pamela Rowland.
Go ahead.
Pamela Rowland wrote this, and I was dying laughing when I read it. She goes, "Love your show, but we can forego Rick reading viewer comments. It's so redundant. Your viewers are here because we love you. We love you both. So please don't waste time reading comments of how much we love you. I can tell that Kelly gets bored on this part, and it's so true, Pamela. I go the show too. I'm sure all the viewers would rather listen to you talk and share life in the entire show than listening to Rick." Endless comments. Every day the comments are
I don't
the
read
same.
them every day. I was trying to do it like once or twice a week.
For filler.
Listen, we're only going to read questions now, okay? Or comments that really pertain to something that we want to talk about. How about that?
Yes.
I get it. That's only one person, by the way, but that's fine. That's all I need to hear.
Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Pamela.
You know what? The truth is, Kelly gets bored at all my stories, not just when I read comments.
No, sports. But people like your sports. They can put up with your
I
sports.
just skip sports headlines once in a while just to mess with you. I know you don't care.
That's so funny.
Let me read this one. Hi, guys. Hope you're doing good. Kelly, a few vlogs ago, you said you'd talk about what foods you eat for your Hashimoto. Would you still talk about it to help some of us out?
Oh, yeah. Well, I feel like yoga, first of all, has I think yoga, I don't know what it is. If it's going in the downward dog or I don't know. I haven't done yoga in a couple weeks. I could feel me being sluggish. But when I do that core power yoga, I feel like I have so much energy. And I don't know if it's like your blood going down to your thyroid. I don't know what, but I feel so good. It's kind of turned my whole body around, yoga. And I used to do a lot of weights. I used to a lot of weights and a lot of running, and I don't do that anymore.
But there are foods
but my foods I've cut out is bread. I've cut out bread, and I've cut out gluten. So like if I go to In-N-Out Burger, I'll get like a wrap, or I love that Habit burger. I'll get it in a wrap.
Yeah.
And then I try to eat like cauliflower rice. I try to eat like they make crackers. Oh my God! I got to show you guys real quick.
Okay.
Oh.
Here come the crackers. Oh, wait, that's the brownie came from there, right?
Dude.
Oh, this was so good. Let's do Rick and Kelly's favorite thing.
Oh, my God.
Rick
You guys.
This stuff.
So I go to Costco, my regular Costco run, and I have a sweet tooth, as you guys know. And there was
I definitely have
you know
a
how
sweet
they have the taste testers there? I found I was eating. They had all these things. It's sugar free, gluten free, and keto friendly.
Numb. It's NUM. Show the box.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you can get this on Amazon, but it seems like you can get everything on Amazon. It's called
brownies. I had one of these last night.
Dude, they have these whoopie pies.
Yeah.
These whoopie pies. These are so good.
Whoopie pie.
Oh my God.
You mean like from back in the day?
Yes.
Oh, I'm opening this.
Yes.
Right now.
And then they have they ship nationwide. It's www.numgourmetdesserts.com.
We're not getting paid for this, by the way.
No, we're not. But they have a fudge brownie, chocolate chip, whoopie pie, peanut butter cookie, and ginger.
Take a bite of that.
I ate them. Like I went back for seconds. I'm like one of those people that are annoying when you go through one and then you go back for a second. And sometimes you go back for a third at Costco. You guys know that. I'm that annoying person. But here, I'm not gonna eat right now.
Oh.
I just had ice cream. See, then I'll splurge and I had an ice cream cone today.
Oh my gosh, so good.
But this, I was like, score, right? Because I have a sweet tooth, and you can't eat that if you're like on the keto or,
So this is
gluten-free.
okay for Hashimoto's?
Yeah, but Hashimoto's, you really need to be on a plant-based diet.
So plants are better. Any vegetables?
Well, we went to Palm Springs today. We went to Tommy Bahama Marlin.
Very good.
And I got
Very good.
I got it was a vegetable bowl with blackened tuna on it.
Salmon.
And
then that cauliflower was like fried cauliflower, right?
Yeah, fried
so
cauliflower.
Good.
I don't know if the fried that's got gluten in it. I just try.
What
I don't
about-
try to be completely like, if I want. If I
What
see
about that coconut shrimp? Is that
like when
okay?
we had the pancake, I'll have a
Oh my
bite
God,
of
yeah.
things.
We
But
had a great breakfast the other day.
the old fashioned.
At Ketty's, is that the name of it? Ketty's.
Ketty's. It's like old fashioned.
It's an old diner place here in Palm Desert on 111. What about the coconut shrimp? Is that okay for Hashimoto?
No, it's fried, but I ate it. I only had one,
I guess if
and
you
I
do
didn't
it,
work out today, which I feel sluggish. But
if you do it in moderation, you're okay.
yeah, but they say for Hashimoto's, you shouldn't have dairy. You can't. I eat all that. Like I can't. I have to have yogurt. I have to have cheese. But I try not to. I try to do everything like in moderation.
Yeah. Well, you're good at that.
Yeah.
Did you want to tell a story about at the Nest when your girlfriends, Julie and Elaine?
So I have a lot of young followers, fans. And so I get a lot of time like, I want to be you when I grow up. I get that. I'm used to hearing that.
Yeah.
So my girlfriend Elaine and Julie are 47. And we were all at the Nest, and there was like young girls getting married for a bachelorette party. And they were like, I don't know, I want to say 23, young. Like they looked like babies to me. And they were all dancing, and my girlfriend was acting like she was like dancing sexy, and she was having fun with the young girls, and the young girls go, I want to be you when I grow up.
They were pissed.
They were pissed. I was dying. I was dying laughing because they're not used to hearing that. It's like now when you say that, it's like you're getting old.
Yeah. So Dodie hooked us up. She runs the place, and she's a big fan of Kelly's and mine, I guess. And
Yeah,
so,
I went there with Teresa Giudice. We had a picture on the wall. She took it down.
Oh. Mm-hmm. But she always gives us this VIP table in the bar in the corner, and it was packed. And the waitress, she was taking her a long time to come back and forth to our table. And I asked for the check, and I ordered an Uber. And the Uber came, and we still hadn't gotten the check. And as we're walking out, I was like, I'm not waiting. Because I know them. I'm going to pay.
Well, we told her we don't.
As we're walking out, I told
But
Dodie.
we were
I'm like,
also with my girlfriends that are staying here at my house.
yeah.
And they could have picked up the check.
They could have.
They
but
didn't.
But they didn't. So the next morning, Dodie texts, yeah, it looks like you did leave a check behind.
We
And
dined
she
and
sent-
dashed.
She sent
for
us
reals.
a still of the check, and I gave him a $50 tip. It was only like $130.
Yeah.
And I gave him a $50 tip. And she said next time the drinks are on her.
Could you imagine if I didn't know her and we like dined and dashed, and then like that be that Vanderpump thing? But I
Yeah.
did pay at Vanderpump.
Well, in fairness, I told her as we were leaving, by the way, I didn't pay my check yet, but we're leaving. So
Yeah.
she knew. In the news now,
In the news.
Beyonce and Jay-Z went to an auction, a charity event, with their daughter, Blue Ivy, who's 10. And it was one of these charity events where you get a paddle and you can bid on things. Blue Ivy Carter, who's 10, bid $80,000 on diamond earrings that were being auctioned.
How much were the earrings? Like, I mean, were they like 250,000? Was it a good? Did she get a good deal on the earrings?
It's a set of sparkling Lorraine Schwartz earrings worn by her grandmother, by Beyonce's mom, I guess, and the event's co-founder, Tina Knowles, previously owned by Queen Bey herself. So they were her mom's. So I guess her mom probably said, go ahead and bid on them, right?
Yeah.
She's 10. She's bidding 80 grand, but she got outbid.
She did?
She got outbid. The ultimate winner was Meal Organics founder Monique Rodriguez. She spent $105,000. I don't know how much they're worth.
Yeah, I want to know how many carats. How many carats?
I don't think it says.
Huh.
Next item.
In the news.
Andy Cohen apologizes to Garcelle Bouvet after the Beverly Hills reunion part
Backlash.
2. There was backlash because I don't
Oh
know.
my God, Andy Cohen?
Yes, he apologized.
Do Andy Cohen. Imitate him. And Andy.
Oh yeah, he goes.
If you guys listen to him on Sirius XM at 8:00 in the morning.
This is Andy Cohen. Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Great. Good. Great. Wow.
It's hilarious.
Really?
I want to play it for you. When he was on Jeff Lewis, he kept doing it. And Rick kept singing it, and I was dying.
So, should I give him the story of the Garcelle thing? Do you guys care? So,
they probably all know, but it's okay.
We talked about this on our reunion recap, where Garcelle she wrote a book, and she gave it to all the housewives. And Erica, she thought, threw the book in the trash, took a picture of it, and posted it on Instagram. Like, I'm throwing all this stuff away, and Garcelle's book is front and center in the picture. So Garcelle is pissed because Erica threw out her book. Rinna, on the reunion, confesses that it was her. It was she who threw the book in the trash.
She fesses
Rinna
up.
threw out Erica. She was with Erica, and she took the book and threw it in the trash, and then they took a picture of it. And instead of, like, asking Garcelle how she felt about that, Andy just looks at her and goes, "Oh, really? It was you?"
Wow.
And he was laughing with them and how she doesn't recycle, and it was a whole joke. And apparently people were really upset that he wasn't more
empathetic
or sympathetic. To Garcelle. So he got backlash. So Andy Cohen apologized.
I don't understand, but honestly, I watched that and I didn't think there was anything wrong.
He said I should have been more into I think he could have done what he did with Erica and Lisa, and then turned to Garcelle and said, "How are you doing with this? Like, are you okay? Like, what are your thoughts on what you've learned?" But he just kind of ignored Garcelle and was just like giddy because they'd broken news on who actually threw out the book.
Right.
So Andy said, "I should have been more in tune with her feelings."
What about my feelings?
I just wanted to say that because I've been logging in and I get it. I have deep admiration for Garcelle. Yeah, he didn't apologize to you.
Nope. He came after me hardcore.
Came after you hard for things that have proven true.
Yeah.
But he didn't apologize.
Oh my
for
God.
that.
Over in Palm Springs today,
Oh.
people are still wearing masks. Yeah. People are still wearing masks.
Yeah.
And then everyone's circulating some kind of mask for like dummies that has a mask.
You mean a Halloween costume?
Yeah, Halloween Spirit came out with one.
Was that I thought it was a joke. Was that an actual Spirit?
I don't know.
I don't know if that's a real costume. I think it was a joke costume. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it online.
Yeah.
Our final, and this, I have one serious in the news item.
Okay.
Okay, this is like news you can use. It's from the New York Post, and it's an article about how a dad found a zip tie on his daughter's rear door handle of her car. And apparently that is a signal for sex traffickers that the person driving the car is a woman alone who's vulnerable.
Shut up.
So this guy, he sees the daughter works, she lives in a rural area and drives over an hour to go to work and gets
How
off
old
at
is
like
the girl?
3 in the morning. I think she was like 18, but I'm not sure. She must work in a bar. So she drives home at 3 a.m. by herself every night. And every morning the dad would see, 3 days in a row, would see a zip tie on the back door handle. And he'd cut it off, and the next day there's another one.
Yeah.
He's like, "Why is there a zip tie on your door handle every morning?" And the daughter goes, "What?" So he asked his brother, who's in law enforcement. The brother got quiet. It was like, that's a symbol. Like, that's a signal for someone to alert their colleague that, hey, if you see a zip tie on a door handle, watch that car. That's someone who's ripe to be abducted. That's what, according to the New York Post, and this guy who did a TikTok video and like 2 million people watched it, he says so keep your eye out. If you see something unusual on a car belonging to a young person or a single woman or whatever, anyone. And
I think I'm too old to be sex trafficked. I don't think anybody wants this.
Let me tell you something.
I just don't need to let you know right now. I think there's got to be a threshold.
You would command big bucks on the open market.
I think this ship is sailed.
On the black market.
On the black market. So that's that. So we give you guys public public announcements?
Public service announcement.
Yeah, public service
This is
announcement.
a public service announcement brought to you by the Daily Smash. You're welcome.
No, dude, that sex trafficking is like no joke. Like my girlfriend is there was a ring in Corona Del Mar, she said. At
Really?
what are the gyms? Yeah.
Come on.
Yes, a bunch of Asian little girls. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. She told me. Like,
Well,
like out of like things that you don't even think that, nice neighborhoods and everything. There's
Yeah.
It's disgusting what is going on. I cannot imagine. This is horrible. And I'm so afraid for my daughter.
I know. Well, that's what I thought when I first read the article. I'm like, you need to tell Jolie about this.
I
and
do. I text her all the time about these things.
Yeah.
All the time. Like, all the time. And then there was another girl on the People magazine that's 14 years old that went missing. They think that she's...
How about that movie we watched, that documentary we watched about that girl who was abducted at 5, and the guy had her, and then eventually married her, called her his daughter, and then he called her his wife.
Yeah.
So sick.
Oh, that was sick.
But you know what that reminded me of when I was in training before I went to Iraq with the Marines in 2003. We had to do all this counterterrorism training, and I was going overseas a lot. Mm-hmm. And one of the things they told you was keep your car dirty and look for streaks on the car. Look for where you can, if it's dirty, you can see where someone's been touching your vehicle. Yeah. And that can alert you that they've tampered with it. Maybe they messed with your tires. Maybe they put a bomb underneath. So you keep your car dirty as a way to tell whether or not someone's been messing with your car. So
Jolie got a job at Fashion Island. I told her to quit. Like, she couldn't be there. We went over there. This is her first job. She's 16 years old. It's dark there.
And she was locking up.
She was locking up. Well, we go there and wait for her. But still, she was still locking up a store in Fashion Island by herself and walking. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's just too dangerous. Like, you can't do that anymore. I mean,
right.
I always worked at a mall when I was in high school. And, I don't think my mom cared one way or another.
Well, no, but it's true, and she should not be leaving if she's doing something like that, any job like that, and she's walking back to her car. She should always have someone walk with her.
Right.
She should not be walking alone, and none of you should be either.
No.
We're going to call it a night there.
Yes.
Or a show there. Don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button.
And then someone says you have to put the like button because they said that YouTube goes and they sweep it and they. If you subscribe, they can unsubscribe.
So if you like it, hit the like button.
Yeah,
and hit the bell, and that'll tell you whenever we post another video.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah.
Hit that bell.
Thank you guys so much for your support again.
Yeah, thank you again.
We
very
really appreciate
much.
it. Okay.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.